Rejection and tough feedback can really leave us feeling wounded. So, how can we get back to our work in progress when what we really feel like doing is crawling under the duvet and binge watching Netflix instead? I want to share with you some of my own experience in getting back on track after rejection and give you 3 pointers that are going to have you writing with confidence once more. I wrote my first novel in around about 3 months, and a little while later I had 3 agents who all wanted to represent me. We sent the book out and it was then rejected by 16 publishers. I was absolutely devastated. It was a full body experience, like all of my cells and my brain had to reconfigure because those dreams that I had of being a writer since childhood, they were gone. But the fact is that I did manage to get there, and I've written 2 books since, and I finally got to sit down with an editor at Penguin who loved my idea. I share more of my own journey and the ways in which I achieved my writing dreams in the free audio below, so be sure to get that if you are really committed to getting published. For now, I want to give you 3 pointers that are going to get you writing with confidence once more. So whatever your experience of rejection, it doesn't matter if it's big or small, the brain is going to log that experience and it's going to say, "Nuh-uh, I don't want that to happen again." I felt that defense mechanism after my novel was turned down. Every time that I sat down to write, I felt massive resistance. So the first pointer is this. Whatever those habits are, those habits of resistance, as long as you continue to play them out, you remain in a loop. And the loop ends always in the same way. The loop ends with the story of rejection. So you take on those habits of not writing because you believe that rejection is the outcome. So as long as you continue to not write, the ending stays the same. So the second pointer is, how do we get out of that loop, right? So the first thing to do is to notice all of the habits and the behaviors that are going on within this current loop. So whether it's a feeling of not wanting to write, whether it's a fear that leaves you wanting to crawl under your duvet and stay glued to your Instagram feed, get really clear about what those habits are and then change one thing. So for me, this one thing meant that I created an entirely new ending to my story. An ending that had me sitting in an office at Penguin talking to an editor about my book and him saying, "I love this idea." So this leads on to the third pointer. Make the change manageable. That new ending that I created, the one habit that I changed was actually really tiny. I want you to think about that. We've got a trajectory, okay, and we're currently on this trajectory. We actually don't have to change it that much to create an entirely new ending a year from now. So for me, this is the principle that underlies all of my Write No Matter What work, which is make writing manageable. Make those changes really doable so we keep them tiny. For me, the one habit that I changed was making a non-negotiable commitment to write for just 15 minutes a day. Because the fact was, I was so afraid of writing another book, investing all of that time and having that book rejected that I wasn't writing. But as soon as I started to write for just 15 minutes a day, my brain was like, We can't be in this same rejection loop, because in this rejection loop, no writing takes place. So immediately I started to shift out of that loop with just 15 minutes a day. And then a little while on, a year or so later, I'm suddenly looking at the fact that I now have 2 books. It was completely manageable, but the ending, the change was incredibly dramatic. So grab that free audio down below for lots of other ways that you can discover how to make your writing dreams completely manageable, completely doable. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and also drop a comment below if you feel that you have stalled in your work in progress. I certainly know what that feels like, and I would love to help. I'll be here on the sofa next Monday, and I hope to see you there.